Hey guys, we're back with Marvel Madness, and today we're taking on the Incredible Hulk. Now, coming off the fun nature of yesterday's Iron Man, this movie, well, it's a bit of a downer. But that's a bit of a given, really. Tony Stark is larger than life, and the Hulk is a giant green guy with spectacular anger management issues. Try making that movie while winking at the camera. Hulk's me. First off, a little history. You may know that in 2003, Ang Lee made Hulk, which was one of the strangest and most dour comic book films ever made. It took itself so seriously that it never embraced just how crazy the premise is. Now, luckily for us, Marvel agreed and decided to make another Hulk film in the form of a requel, as they put it, acknowledging the film kinda happened so they don't have to redo the origin, but then rework basically everything else. It's the cinematic equivalent of Chinese whispers. You might get the first part, but as for the rest, that's just all Purple Monkey dishwasher. Stepping in for Ang Lee is Transporter 1 and 2 and Clash of the Titans director Louis Leterrier. So just from that name drop, you can gather a lot. We're gonna get a lot more action, and not much else. But in the spirit of being fair, let's take a look at both the good and the bad, starting with the good. The first act seeing Bruce Banner trying to cure himself and learning to channel his anger is pretty good, although I just want to point out how gross this looks. Ew, what the hell is going on there? It looks like a roast chicken doing crunches. The action scenes are pretty good, with a chase through Brazil and a final confrontation between Hulk and Abomination being particular highlights. No one can really deny that this time the action antes up. The performances are pretty good too, save for one, but I'll save that for later. Everyone is trying, but there's only so much you can do with the script that suffers from a severe lack of taking any chances. Now, onto the bad. The biggest problem with this movie is that it's 100% utterly and totally expected. There's nothing here that makes you go, damn no, that's how you make a Hulk movie. It's a better take on the character than the over-the-top comic book panel stylings of 2003's Hulk, but it still suffers from the same flaws. There's just not a lot of fun to be had here. It's not totally the movie's fault. The Hulk, he's a hard character to carry an entire movie. He suffers from the same stigma as Superman, really. Once he goes full Hulk, he's pretty much invincible, which removes a great deal of suspense. So I said we'd come back to that one performance that was a bit off. That honor goes to William Hurt. One of the best performances in the last Hulk movie was Sam Elliott as General Ross, and William Hurt is just not up to the job. I just don't buy him as a no-holds-barred, get-the-job-done badass. He looks more like the Swedish chef from the Muppets. Hulk awoke and found the chicken. I also thought that the Hulk effects in a lot of scenes just looked a bit crappy, and that's not so much of an indictment of the CG work, it's more just a limit of the technology at the time. We just still weren't quite there as far as digital humans go, so sometimes it kinda looks like you're watching a cartoon. Like I said before, the performances are fine, but we know Edward Norton is a better actor than what's on show here, and he simply can't blame the script since he was the one that wrote the final draft. In fact, it's been said that he was rewriting scenes every day. Not a great sign. Overall, is The Incredible Hulk a bad movie? No. Its biggest problem is that it's merely okay. It's one of those movies, if someone asks you what you thought, you go, yeah. The combination of a great lead actor and an accomplished action director should have delivered a more rewarding and fun experience than what we got. I'm giving The Incredible Hulk 2.5 Stanleys out of 5. So guys, what did you think of The Incredible Hulk? Let me know down in the comments or on my Twitter or on the Facebook page. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button. We still have 9 more films left in Marvel Madness, and I'll see you tomorrow with 2010's Iron Man 2.